Welcome back. Now, as an advocate for affordable, healthy nutrition for all, Rea Mokoko, a registered dietitian and mum, has come up with quick and easy to make lunchbox meals for kids. The dietitian not only recommends healthy meals for her clients, but also runs a catering business that offers nutritional foods. She is the founder and CEO of Plates and Scales, and she joins us now this morning to share a few ideas of lunchbox recipes. Very good morning to you, Rea. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
Good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you, likewise.
Great stuff. Now,
Yes.
now that the kids are fully into school mode, what are some of the best lunchbox options that you want to share?
I have quite a number. I've got a 10-day menu, but there's some easy things. I always say, don't discard leftovers. If there's some leftover chicken, you can just chop it up, put it into a sandwich, put it into a wrap. Something easy also to make is like French toast, which is here. I've made it. So French toast is another quick, simple one that you can put together.
Yeah.
Chips and some things that you can just throw into the air fryer. You know, the air fryer is a new healthy thing that you can be. Yeah, so things like your chicken nuggets, your chicken strips that you can throw into the air fryer that are good, quick and fast to make. Yeah.
How do we make lunch boxes more creative and more nutritious? Because, you know, some parents, they always have bread and cheese and polony 5 days a week.
Oh my gosh, that is very true. And I always say that with my menu, I try to limit the bread to about 1 day a week because there's so much that you can play around with. So
what's the alternative then?
This is a menu like chicken wraps. You can make wraps, foldovers. There is a tuna pasta, simple cooked pasta. Chop some tomatoes, chop some cherries and some tuna, and then you mix it. Some fish
tuna with what though?
So it's a pasta, so it's like macaroni. Then you put the tuna in there, you put your cucumbers. It's like a tuna pasta salad. So it can be you can have it cold. So it's ideal.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't always have to have bread.
No, you don't always have to have bread. There's also mac and cheese. There's some toasties. There's burgers also because burgers using a brown bread roll with some patty and some lettuce. It means that it's a healthier version, and the kids are not always getting the retarded bread with cheese, ham, and polo. There's a lot to play around with.
Yeah. And then in terms of the quick options, because I did mention that some parents are going for the quicker options.
Yes.
So what would you recommend?
So quick options, like I said, from the leftovers. I always try to make suppers that I can incorporate the next day. So something like your rice and strips. So you know the meal where it's just like cooked rice with veggies cut up and the chicken strips.
Right. Got you.
That can be thrown the next day into your lunch boxes. Mac and cheese can also work the next day. So try to plan a day in advance to see, okay, can this be used the next day? Or things that you can throw in your air fryer. So once you're getting the kids ready, you can just put things in the air fryer and just assemble.
You know, some parents find it, quite hard that they are now competing with tuck shops. Because you can prepare stuffed in for your kid, and then the tuck shop at the school or the school canteen offers even more nicer and more nutritious meals. How do we make sure that our kids stick to the stuffed tin that you prepared for them?
So number one, limit giving them money. So that's number one. Those kids don't earn a living. Without you giving them the money, they can't buy anything. I was actually cringing the other day. I went to my kids' school to get uniform, and the kids were going into the cafeteria in and out. And most of the things that we're buying were literally sugars.
Oh, gosh.
So you must remember that whatever you give them, it's up to them. They decide what they buy.
Yeah.
So you need to be very careful around the money situation. Every time I pack a lunchbox for my kids, I always emphasize why I'm packing what I'm packing. So I will let them, like a lunchbox like this, where it's French toast on brown bread. It's brown bread because it's high in fiber, and fiber is good for your time. So that's why we're using brown bread. Yes. Why do I pack fruits and vegetables? They know that fruits, vegetables are high in fiber. They have vitamins and minerals. So when they are feeling a bit sickish, I'll tell them, your immune system, the one that's supposed to help you get better, needs things like fruits and vegetables to actually build it up so you can be strong. So education is key. We should not do things without informing kids and making them part and parcel of everything that we're doing, because it means that they just think you're forcing them to eat healthier, live healthier. They don't get the whole thing behind it. But
and then how do we make fruits, so cool for them and an attractive thing to eat, even without supervision? Because you can make stuffed tin for your kids and throw in a couple of fruits here and there, and the stuffed tin comes back with the fruits. But there's no bread, but there's no other foods, but the fruits always comes back. How do we make sure that they always eat fruit and make it, a habit that they always do?
So I always say that eating habits start at home. So if your kids are used to eating fruits in the home environment, then it won't be a foreign thing when they open their lunch boxes and they see a fruit. So what I do in the house is that there's always a fruit basket. Fruit basket that's always nicely displayed with fresh fruit for them. So when they come to me and they say, I'm hungry, I'm like, where the fruit basket, there's always a water dispenser where they can just get water.
Yeah.
So it becomes a habit. So when they open their lunch, my kids know that when they're opening their lunch boxes, they're not expecting fruit juices, they're not expecting anything high in sugar. They know that it's always something healthy.
What's
crunchy.
wrong with fruit juices though?
Fruit juices are 100%, they're high in sugar. One container of fruit juice will contain about 5 teaspoons of sugar. Would you allow your kid to have, and you remember that foods have hidden sugars. So if we calculate the amount of sugar they have a day, it becomes too high. So wherever you can, limit it. So I always say that.
So how should they down their foods then? What do you recommend?
A bottle of water or milk. Like I say, you build the habits at home, and when you're building the habits at home, you educate on the importance, because now if they're always downing it with sugary things, their palate will be drawn to more sugary things, and that's you see how adults are now downing 2 liters of Coke a day. Yeah, it's because those habits were built from a young age, and they were not educated on the importance of just drinking water. Let's drink water. Let's drink water. That's one of the biggest things.
That is a tough task though, because I myself as an adult, I don't see myself eating a nice healthy sandwich and then drinking water to down your whole life.
No, my kids are. No.
But you're quite right. It needs to start at home. The habit needs to start at home.
Yes, because we have so many. Right now, the childhood obesity is a real thing. COVID came and really messed us up because our kids are indoors. They were not active, and it was a thing that most people were cooking. And most of the cooking was really unhealthy, calorie intense. And then a lot of kids picked up a lot of weight from that time on. And right now, I think 3 out of 5 kids right now are battling with childhood obesity. And remember, obese kids are more likely to become obese adults. So it's education. Let's fix the problem now, because before we get adults that are prone to strokes and hypertension. It's really on the increase right now.
Okay. All right, Rea, lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for sharing your tips with us.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. We just spoke to Rea Mokoko, a registered dietitian and founder of Plates and Scales, about the incredible work she's doing with the lunchbox ideas for parents that they can try out for their children.